credit is available and yet somehow not so accessible to a lot of micro, medium, and small-scale enterprises. If you look at the whole lending framework, first of all, what are banks required to do? They take deposits, they give loans. They're intermediaries, right? We have a scenario in our country where a lot of the deposits bank takes are actually short-term funds. You match that to the loans that customers require, which can be long-term or short-term, depending on the need. There are two maybe key factors that I can talk about that influence the cost of credit. One of them is the perceived risk of the borrower. So for anybody who approaches a bank to obtain credit, there's a whole risk assessment that is done. In simple terms, we're looking at whether you are able to deliver on what you have committed to do and eventually pay back on the funding that you take. The second I've alluded to, which is the paying back process. Those two things go a long way, in addition to all the other macroeconomic indicators that operate in the economy. Those two things go a long way to determine the cost of credit. One of the things that we have found, because we've been intentional about bringing possibilities to life and the things we need to do, and you'll find that there's also a capacity gap. How are we thinking of growing our businesses? Growing our businesses even beyond ourselves as entrepreneurs. What's the plan? What's the strategy we are working towards? To what extent are we able to open our businesses up to other participants? So that the founder or owner is not the alpha and omega of the business, but the business is resilient, has the right structures, and can run, as a legal entity. So all those things come into play to make the organization or the SME more attractive when it comes to lending or credit decisions. And so beyond the provision of finance is also the intentional effort to build the capacity of our SMEs, actually make them ready to be able to consume the funding and deliver on the growth. We have one measure of success, it's growth.